Hey gang, your old buddy Clay here, Mountain Music Exchange, and today we're going to talk about the new Fender American Pro 2 limited run Thinlines. Okay gang, these guitars come in a few different colors, so I'll start off with that. You can get these colorways in Daphne Blue. We've also got Surf Green, which I was just holding a second ago, and you can also get Shell Pink and White Blonde. Now all the finishes on these are transparent to a certain degree. So maybe from this angle when you're looking at me you can't necessarily see that there is a wood grain underneath here, but there indeed is, and I'll get you a close-up shot of that now on both of these that I have here available. Okay, another cool thing about these guitars actually, a couple of videos ago, or maybe in one of our updates on Facebook, you can check those out there too, I had mentioned that Fender didn't do Ashbodies anymore. Well, apparently I was proven wrong today. It looks like these are indeed ash-bodied guitars, ash-bodied Stratocasters. And you might ask yourself, does it seem a little counterproductive to do an ash body Thinline, because you kind of take away from the lowered weight aspect sort of the entire thing, right? But I think these actually balance out really well. The F-hole here and the amount of wood that you can see hollowed out here really makes this ash-bodied Strat feel kind of like a regular Strat as far as weight goes. So it's not, at least in these examples that I have here, they're not super light, but they're not heavy as hunks of lead like some perceptions of ash-body guitars might lead you to believe. These guitars, of course, still have all the regular appointments of a Fender American Pro 2. Will start top to bottom. You've still got like your Fender standard tuners here, maple neck, very, very dark rosewood fretboard on these. I'm actually really impressed with how dark these are. I've seen some other high-end guitars from some other high-end companies not have nearly the depth and darkness sort of in the rosewood as I'm looking at here with these. And I think that's pretty cool because this is from a standard series. This is not a custom shop. Now it is a limited run and that may have something to do with that. But ultimately, it's a really good looking rosewood fretboard, 22 frets. You've got the V-Mod pickups here. These are actually the V-Mod 2s, so they've got sort of a vintage chime, but also some modern sort of appointments. They're dual magnet pickups, which I think is an interesting concept. You've also still got push-push here on your tone, and we'll demonstrate that a little bit later on to kind of give you an idea of what exactly that does. These are just cool rides. The pick guards are this sort of tortoise shell, and of course you've got one of my favorite features in any Strat, and it's been on here since like the 70s, but you've got the micro tilt adjustment, which I think is just a neat feature if you really, you know, you don't have to shim your neck anymore and all that sort of thing. You know, if you wanted that perfect angle for that lowest action all the way up the fretboard, you can do that with the micro tilt adjustment. And another favorite of mine that was introduced on these American Pro 2 series guitars is this supernatural neck finish. Now, if you're playing a Fender Ultra, it's going to be called Ultra because everything on the Ultra series guitars is just Ultra, Ultra Burst, Ultra everything, right? But I love the finish on these, and I love that you sort of get a little bit, not a ton, but you get a little bit of extra here so that if you have to make a real quick run down the fretboard, it sort of rounds out here. You don't bang your hand sort of where the bolt plate meets the body. But just a cool series of guitars. You still get the 2-point tremolo here with these. You still get that pop-in bar, which I always thought was really cool since the American Pro 2s were released. Just really like that. And if I had to pick a finish between the two of these, I really do like the Daphne Blue. The Daphne Blue is what caught my eye and made me even want to do the entire video. But once I saw this Surf Green finish with this pick guard, I just thought it was the coolest looking one of the bunch, or at least that I've seen in person that we have available. Another cool thing I've noticed on this is there is some interesting, I don't know if that's figuring or what, in the headstock on this, and kind of all the way down the neck to a certain extent, or at least partially. But I thought it was really unique looking, just really cool. And of course you still get your Fender 70th anniversary Stratocaster insignia there next to the serial number. But for a limited run of just a standard series, I think this is a really cool guitar. I really like that they've kind of gone out a little farther with the Thinline series, or with the Thinline idea, the aesthetic, on other guitars now, not just super high-end models, or like the EJ, right, that was like a Thinline and kind of very exclusive to that specific series. So I think what we need to do now, gang, is just plug the sucker up and give it a run for its money and see how it sounds. Okay, just for posterity, gang, I'm gonna be running everything. Every sound that you're gonna hear from this is gonna be through a Helix Line 6 floor. So we're gonna use, like, I think the US Princess amp for sort of our cleaner and slightly overdriven tones. We're gonna use the Brit 2203 model on that for some of the higher gain stuff, to see how this single coil guitar handles a higher gain. Okay, gang, I think that's gonna have us on this one. I did find, between the two of these examples, these are directly out of the box, no setup, I did find that the Daphne Blue seemed to play a little better. That's why I used that one for the video, even though I like the aesthetic of the surf green, but that is nothing that a slight tweak here and there won't fix on either guitar. Setups are kind of always to preference anyway. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check us out, of course, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And also give us a like and a subscribe for more MME content. There will be plenty more on the way, and there's plenty more from the past to check out. That's gonna have us, gang. I'm Clay. You rock. For Mountain Music Exchange, we'll see you.